true. Fuji's fire breaks the calm, splits it in two. Pattison Ave, where the wild hearts run. Talking sports, games, battles, lost and won. Voices rise, break chains, ignite the flame. Fanatic thunder echoing the name.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. I'm your host, Tom Kelly. With me, as always, Alan Andrikavich.
What is up, gentlemen? Happy Monday night. Eagle victory. Let's go.
Mike Fuji in the building.
Birds kicking ass and taking names and probably shutting down one of the better offenses in the NFL. What is going on, fellas?
Same old, brother. We
sir.
took the week last week because the Eagles were on Monday night where they handled business against the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, like these wins have not been what we would like to see. But at the end of the day, the W, I'll take it any way you can get it. We've had these seasons where the Eagles will go into the playoffs red hot, but in the beginning and the middle of the seasons they look mediocre at best. And I think that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Not always pretty, but I really at this point I don't care about pretty. What I'm watching right, like how good is this defense, Alan? Like you and Fuge were both in the building yesterday,
yep.
So you're seeing it live on the field. How good is this defense playing right now,
dude? They're amazing. They're amazing. The Quinyon Mitchell is he should be a Pro Bowl cornerback, all pro. He's been playing amazing. Shut down St. Brown last night. The front four getting their hands up. What do they have? 5-6 deflected passes last night. One for a pick to Coop. Just excellent. Stellar play by the D. They gave up 9 points. You know?
Yeah.
So the Detroit Lions, who have weapons, who have,
yeah,
who are a very good offense.
Well, one of the more high-powered offenses in the league. Fuge, what are your thoughts on what you saw yesterday with this defense? Actually, what you saw over the last 2 weeks against Green Bay, and it's like the Eagles have the NFC North number.
They give up 20 points in 2 games. I mean, it's Jalen Phillips. Great, phenomenal acquisition by Howie, just balling out and bringing his A game. Kobe Dean, since coming back, has been balling out. He came back for that Giants game up there in New York. But, when I was in Minnesota, he was just flying all around. And, that pick six that Jalen's son had. I mean, he's, the Kobe Dean's just flying all over, making plays, coming off that torn patella tendon. I mean, that's a pretty serious injury, and the guy's just balling out.
He's absolutely Dean's looking like he's in mid-season form. I mean, it is mid-season, but he's looking. You never know what you're going to get out of an athlete after some of these drastic injuries, and to just see him coming back and playing the way that he is really refreshing. John Wagner checking in. How about them Birds? This defense might be better than last year's. It's getting to be exciting to watch them play. Just hoping the offense wakes up. If that happens soon, I believe the Birds will be unstoppable going into the playoffs. John, I can't agree more.
Yep.
If it's the tale of two sides of the football right now, and I mean, this defense is a massive Band-Aid over what is an inept offense currently.
Yes. The offensive line is banged up, right? We lost Lane Johnson. He's going to be out for at least a month, maybe more, right? With the foot or ankle, whatever it is, might need surgery. So that's not reassuring for us. They haven't established a run game, but I was listening to Jordan Mailata talking tonight on, he does that Monday night football thing with Ike and Spike and whatever.
What, down at Chickies?
Yes.
Yeah, Chickies and Pete's, yeah. And they asked him if he thought the wear and tear from last year's running game was having an effect on them and Saquon. And he said, absolutely 100%. I mean, so that's not reassuring to me.
It makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
With how the ball was ran last year, and with the exception of the Super Bowl, I mean, Saquon didn't have an off game. And the Super Bowl he was game plan for, Andy Reid was not going to allow Saquon Barkley to beat you. He was going to make Jalen Hurts beat them, which he inevitably did.
Yep.
But yeah, to say that would surprise me, I'd be lying, because I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So that's that's a big reason why we're having so much trouble running the ball. I don't know. Another thing, running up the middle, we're not getting enough push to run the ball up the middle. We need to. I know you can't just stop trying to run the ball up the middle, but it is not working. It's not working. No matter who's in there, Tank or Saquon, up the middle is not working.
I do think it's a combination of wear and tear. I think it's a combination of teams figured out, all right, if we take away the outer lanes and make them run up the middle and keep them more honest in that regard, you're either pushing Saquon way outside or having him run up the middle, and Tank Bigsby as well.
Yeah. Yep. Now I do like Tank. The kid's pretty good, man. Not sure where he came from. I just know he showed up one day.
Tank Bigsby.
Yeah. Where'd Tank come from, Fuge?
Came from Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Tank Bigsby. Okay. John Wagner checking in again. The line is not opening up holes for running. If they figured that out, they'll be fine. Absolutely. But it's a matter of, is it them figuring it out, or is it, like Alan had just brought up, is it wear and tear from a Super Bowl run? I mean, you played more snaps than every other team in football with the exception of one last year. And 2 years prior to that, you went on the same kind of run. So over the last few years, it's different players, but your core, especially Lane Johnson's no spring chicken, as they say. He's getting up there in years.
Yes.
So it's like Alan said, it's a little concerning, but you got to roll with what you got now. Lane's going to be out a month. Hopefully he can rest up and get better, and these guys can hold it down for him while he's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Lane Johnson, first ballot Hall of Famer in my opinion.
No question. If he's not, it's a travesty.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he's not, it's a travesty. Do you guys feel better about our secondary than a month ago, a month and a half ago, the beginning of the season?
I was going to say Dory Jackson stepped the hell up last night.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, you got to you really got to give him credit. I think it is better. I mean, it's a shame that Jair Alexander's just going through something mentally and physically.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Do you think that with him, do you think that's a mental thing that he's going through? Now, I didn't see. I saw personal reasons as to why he was stepping away, but I didn't see anything to it. If you guys did,
well, I was listening to the Players Lounge last week. It was last Tuesday since we played Monday night, and Ike and Hugh Douglas were like, it's hopefully he'll get his mind right and he really hardly even got on the field with the Ravens, and it's unfortunate, him and Zaire Smith just for whatever reason. I mean, the Eagles could, definitely use, their talents right now.
Hurts looked a little scared last night. His balls weren't throwing strong. He actually looked like he was going to cry with that one he missed last night. And you had 40, 50 mile an hour winds. Any quarterback in the NFL is going to look like a wounded puppy dog when you got 40, 50 mile an hour winds blowing the ball all over the field. I mean, when they were kicking pregame, I was watching video of the Lions kicking pregame, and the wind was just ravaging the football. So I wouldn't, John, I wouldn't worry too much about Hurts in that regard. Both quarterbacks were going to have issues last night. Any quarterback in the NFL, with maybe the exception of like a Dan Marino and a John Elway, who just had rockets for arms, are going to have issues then.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was sitting up in the 200 level, and that damn wind was just kicking up there.
Yeah.
So just imagine in the open field hell.
Yeah.
The wind gusts were
freezing the old cojones off. And Alan, you're like an arm's reach away from the top of the goddamn building, aren't you up there?
We used to be. When they did the renovation, we moved.
Son of a bitch, you moved fucking closer. Sorry, excuse my language, everybody.
Dude, we were 239, row 26, seats 18 and 19.
412.
Yes, we were 4 rows from the top of the stadium, right on the open side, away from 95 on the open side. So the wind just blows right in. If you're on that home side, you're just getting blasted by the wind. Then they did a renovation. We moved down, bought the seat license and all that happy nonsense.
Oh yeah, look at you, all bougie.
Yeah. Northeast Terrace. I'm right on the bowl with all the fancy people inside their club boxes, but I'm out in the elements just like everybody else.
Yeah. You look like you were partying with Gilly last night.
He was over my shoulder. We were talking. I was yelling at him. He was yelling at me, telling me to shut the hell up.
Kind of a shame. I've been trying to get a hold of him to get on my show.
Gilly?
I was trying to.
get Gilly on this show too, Foods. We'll take Gilly on both the shows.
Yeah, man.
I'll come.
More. My show's a little more personable than.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody, if you're watching, Fuji's Philly Affairs Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Yeah, or 8 p.m. or Thursdays or 6 p.m. Whatever works.
Just follow Fuji's Flair on Facebook, and you'll know when it is. Okay.
Whenever I feel like putting it out there.
Absolutely, and don't think for a second if you get Gilly on your show, I won't slide into the lobby pre-show and just be up in his ear chirping like, "Need you on the Pattison Ave Phanatics, Gilly." Hell yeah. I know. I've been following Gilly since I was a teenager, and he was a rapper in Major Figures up in North Philly. I've been following him for a very, very, very long time.
Major Figures.
Well, yeah. I'm articulate, and I try to say things.
I didn't know you were articulate.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Since when? I mean, I know Alan's known you a lot longer, but has he always been articulate? But just don't even.
He likes to pick and choose, I guess, the times where he wants to be articulate.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning into the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you next week.
No, I have explained this to the fine citizens of St. Clair, Pennsylvania. A lot of good friends that I have up here. I've explained to them that what we call the yo in the voice of people from Philadelphia. My yo comes out when I'm pissed off or I'm watching sports. If I'm not watching sports or if I'm not angry, it's not that it's hard to pick up on my Philly accent. From what I'm told, it's not difficult to, but there are times when I can nullify it or really dampen it a lot with just articulating things properly. But once again, born and raised in Grace Ferry, I would not have wanted to be born nor raised anywhere else in the free world. But living up here in St. Clair, I'm a St. Clairian, and they call creeks cricks, and they have a lot of their own language up here, which I'm a big fan of, and I'm learning as we go.
Well, how about? No, I just lost my train of thought of my question.
They hammer me when I say water. Hammer me.
It's water. What's the matter with water?
It's
What's the matter
water.
with
It's water because everyone says water. It's funny. Like obviously I laugh.
Yeah.
WOOTER water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water
Yeah,
ice.
Mine actually sounds like water. WOODER.
Yeah.
The way I
Water.
enunciate.
Water ice is WOODERICE.
My
Yes.
man Brian Garrity checking in water.
There you
Yes,
go.
yes,
Yeah.
Brian, absolutely. And mine are D's. Mine are D's for sure.
Yep.
Hold
Yep.
on, John Wagner checking in again. John, appreciate you. Being all over the text board tonight. So if Dallas loses tonight and we beat them next week, we should pretty well have wrapped up the division. Talking about St. Clair, I'm a mile away. Get out of town, John. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah,
You still got to play Washington twice.
Yes,
We're
still got
done.
to
Stick a fork in them.
I understand, but still, dude. It's a division game. You never chalk
Washington
that up.
is a
You
shit
never chalk
team.
that up.
Washington,
Dude,
is
it's a
shit
division
team.
game, man.
For our buddy Norm in the back.
Norm's not in the background tonight, so it's falling on deaf ears.
I'm sure he'll turn a little. I'm sure he'll blow a stack after hearing what I said.
Listen. Right now, Norm was hanging on for dear life because I'm smacking him this week in fantasy football.
There you go.
No mercy this week in fantasy football.
Sounds personal.
It would have to be a game in order.
It
would have to be a game in order for it to be personal, and he's getting smacked around right now. The one guy in our league, my buddy Josh Schwam, shout out to Josh Schwam. He's a fellow Birds fan. He tugged me on Facebook because I lost to him last week. Like, I'm not petty like this time.
That's funny. That's funny.
I was like,
"Hey, whoa, what's up?"
if you're friends with me on Facebook, you could see the stuff I get tagged in, and it was like, hey, look at my fantasy from this week. I commented. I was like, this is so dirty. It's so dirty, dude.
Oh man.
Really? Got it on. I mean,
Go, Vooch. Go ahead.
I was going to say, dipping into the remainder of the Eagles' schedule.
I may have that at my fingertips.
We got Dallas coming up.
Well, you are
Dallas week, gentlemen. Dallas week.
You are the host.
Thank you.
Kelly.
Thank you, sir. So we got obviously the Cowboys this week. We got the Bears, who are looking pretty all right this year. Sitting atop of the NFC North there, the Chicago Bears. We have them November 28th at 3 p.m. Look, I know we usually wait till the end of the show for predictions and things like that, but let's jump right into it. What are you guys thinking this week coming up to Dallas? Hold on, that girls' tie stop a 3-win and clinch the division on Black Friday. It sounds about right, Brian. That sounds about right. Oh man, it should be an interesting couple of weeks to say the least. But what are your guys' thoughts on this upcoming game this week?
It's a Kelly Green game. The Birds will be in Kelly Green in Dallas.
It's my favorite color, and I'm not biased because my last name's Kelly and my favorite color happens to be green, but it is what it is.
Kelly Green then.
Yeah, Kelly Green in Dallas.
Kelly Green on.
It is what it is. And speaking of green and Irish and everybody, shout out to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish who handled Pitt rather easily over this past weekend. I know there's a lot of Penn State guys out there. No offense or anything, just I'm an Irish fan.
Did you guys watch the Mizzou game? That was insane. That was insane. That was that. They're my squad. Whenever I beat the crap out of my son in the NCAA 25 or 26, whatever, I take Mizzou for whatever reason. I'll wipe you up.
College tournament.
Yeah. So NCAA football, man. 25.
This game coming up Sunday. Because Dallas does have a pretty good defense. I have a feeling it's gonna look very similar to the last two games. Yeah. I don't think this is a get right game for the Eagles offense by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's tread water, and do what you've done. The last month and let your defense kind of guide you.
Without the defense, it's like a tale of two teams, right? You got the defense who's playing the best they can, and the offense who just I don't know.
It feels like we're a few drops and a few key blocks here and there away from blowing games wide open.
Right. You guys watched it. Foods. When you were there last night, and they were forcing it to AJ. Did you feel they were forcing it to AJ? Because there was a few plays where I feel like he kind of gave up on the pass, but then again, it was so damn windy, it could have.
Right. Oh, and that one play,
the
one catch he made on his knee was amazing.
That was amazing.
Like,
that was
amazing. How did he pull that in? But I mean, for this offense to get going, I mean, you got to get him involved, and it's just, as I was, you're getting into December now, and you got to figure out how to start running the ball and setting up the pass, because you can't be going into the playoffs like this with your offense. Like,
nope.
Nope.
No. And it feels like it's sputtering. It feels like it's sputtering.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hate to say this, but I mean, I'll give credit where it's due. This team's pulling out wins, but I know win's a win, but it's kind of, I don't want to say it reminds me of the 23 season, but they were pulling out wins like before the debacle, dropping 6 out of their last 7 or whatever. It was like the offense was stagnant then.
Wasn't that the 24 season that they did that? 23, they went to the Super Bowl, right?
No.
Was that 22 into 23?
Yeah. But they the whole season derailed. They were 10-1, and wheels fell off, and then they got their asses kicked by Tampa first game in the playoffs.
But just obliterated. Obliterated.
No, I mean, this team's seems a lot better, but if you really look at the schedule, I mean, they're technically winning games by like a touchdown or less.
But they're also winning games by a touchdown or less against the other upper echelon teams in the NFC division.
It's also true. That's also true. Look at who we beaten.
Well, yeah, I mean, you beaten Tampa Bay, you beaten the Rams, you beaten. I mean, these two games now were crucial. You have to get by these 2 games to really
lock it in.
Yeah. You beat the Bucs, you beat the Packers, you beat the Lions. Yep. I mean, you beat the Vikings back when they were a little bit more relevant than they were. You only lost to the 9-2 Broncos by 4 points,
which is an AFC team, and we beat Dallas. So we already beat Dallas once, right? And Dallas squeaked it. Dallas squeaked it out against Denver.
The defense is 10 times better than that failed year in 23. I think so too. I think it's not even a question of that.
Yeah, but these last 7 games, I mean, you can't. This offense has to pick it the hell up.
They have to.
Your defense is carrying you.
Yep.
And you just can't. Sir. You can't stagger into the playoffs and expect, to be scoring just 10 points a game.
Yep.
Now statistically,
it's week 11, right? Technically, week 11. We played 10 games, but we had a bye, so it's week 11. What do we got left? 6 games?
Cowboys, Bears, Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders.
7.
So
7
we got 3 divisional games left.
Yeah.
A Bears team which is looking good. The Bills, the Bills.
Yep.
The Chargers are no slouches at 7-4 right now.
Yep.
Like the Raiders are 2-7, but no, I mean, there's no real pushover teams in the NFL. There's just not.
No, there's not.
Let's see. Hold on, give me 1 second here. John said, I feel like we're in the same predicament last year at this time. Offense wasn't performing the way that it should have been, and everybody was calling for the coach's head. I wasn't. I don't remember calling for Sirianni's head last year.
Well, it was crucial in the beginning when they, had the debacle in 23 and then came out of the gates stagnant at 2-2.
Yeah,
that's what it was. 2-2, and everyone was. Yeah.
I do remember.
Especially
like
when
everybody
they went
was.
to Tampa and got their doors blown off. And,
but by this point, I believe they were 8-2 again last season.
Yeah, but Barkley. Yeah, but Barkley was running roughshod over the whole the NFL.
Yep.
Chargers is a West Coast home game after an extra 2 days with the Bears on Friday. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the Chargers look like over the next couple of weeks if they can kind of keep up. Yeah, with what they're doing out there, they don't look bad, but got to take care of business this week against Dallas. And as we all know, and there are some people that do not subscribe to the divisional games being more difficult. But I mean, let's be honest. Anybody who's followed this team for as long as the three guys on your screen have followed this team know the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Commanders / Redskins will always give you problems. You'd have those anomaly games where you can get like a 40 or a 45 to like 13 win or something like that. Those anomaly games, but it is not the norm. That is for sure.
We're old enough that we can go back to when the Phoenix Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals, were in
in the division. Yep.
And no matter how bad they were,
it was
good we were, vice versa, we always split with them.
Yep.
Always.
No,
always.
It
was a guaranteed split every year.
And the Cardinals always took retread Eagles players for years.
Yes.
The Cardinals of the old school NFC East and always took a game. Yep, exactly right. Yeah, Vice Nikahema going there, Seth Joyner going there.
Yeah,
Buddy was there.
Yeah.
When Buddy walked in during the press conference, he goes, "You got a winner in town." His first words when he got introduced as a Cardinals head coach.
Oh man, I forgot Buddy was the coach. Yeah,
and not only that guy only won one playoff game in Philly. And wait, it wasn't even him, was it? Wasn't it? Game. No, he didn't win any. It was what? Was it? Kotite won against Detroit, right?
Yeah,
it was Ray Rhodes.
Ray Rhodes won against Detroit.
Kotex won against the Saints down in the Dome in '92.
Cards could have been 2-10 and would take a game all the time. The time.
It didn't matter. You split with them every year.
Well, don't forget the Eagles had Roy Green. The Eagles had Roy Green for a cup of coffee.
Man.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Roy Green, I haven't heard that name.
And Art Monk. Eagles had Art Monk too for.
They did have Art Monk
had Bill Romanowski for a cup of coffee too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but Bill wrote. I mean, that was a hell of a defense, like that '95. Because they had Kirk Ovea when they shut down Emmitt Smith on 4 tries.
Statistically,
on the goal line.
Season's
on the goal line, right?
Statistically, that 91 Eagles defense was the second best defense statistically in NFL history. Yeah. Statistically, last year's defense did a little bit better, not on in every category, but it was pretty damn close. And for any Eagles team to have any Eagles defense to be mentioned in the same breath, Garrity checks in and Mike Mamula. For any the man flasher going around flashing people, Mike Mamula. But for any defense,
we could have had Bill Romanowski.
I know
that guy.
I know. For any defense to be, yes, we could have.
Warren Sapp instead.
Yep.
For any defense to be mentioned in the same breath as that 1991 Eagles defense that's big time props for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Washington won I think that's the last time Washington won a Super Bowl.
91. Yes, it was.
91. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Norm's been waiting longer than the Cowboys fans have been waiting for a Super Bowl. Of course, he's not. He's not around.
Can't hear him yelling in the background.
Yeah.
Because they They lost to the Bills that year.
They did.
No, they
lost?
I mean,
No,
they beat
no,
the Bills that year.
I was going to say, the Bills never beat anybody in the Super Bowl.
No.
In that run,
4 years in a row.
Oh,
Should have beat the
man.
Giants. Squeaked that kick in, and then the other three, dude, they just got their doors blown in. The Bills.
Scott Norwood was the Giants kicker.
Sure, man.
Or not
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Bills
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Bills kicker.
Buffalo.
Scott Norwood, man. Man.
Went wide right.
Yep. I remember cheering for them 4 years in a row.
Well, yeah, because you didn't want any team from the NFC East other than the Eagles to win, and that's all they did. That's all they did, and it was all NFC East teams except us.
Of course.
I was a Bills fan for 4 Super Bowls. Never again, but for 4 Super Bowls.
Just so I'm if you make it past Dallas, which again it's not a cakewalk, but then you got Chicago. Chicago's tough.
They are tough.
I like their head coach a lot.
And that quarterback is actually playing pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Still not
sold
on Caleb Williams.
Yeah. With his eyeliner and everything out there, he's playing ball. He's doing his thing.
That's a big matchup in 2 weeks.
I want to see Jalen Carter just run him over like he hit Wentz in the Minnesota game.
Oh, that would be
bury
nice.
him. Just hit him at the waist and take him down. Boom.
Yep. They keep pressure on him just like they did on Goff. I don't think they'll have a problem.
All right.
I don't think they'll have a problem with them.
I have a question for you guys. Where do you rank Vic Fangio among all-time Eagles D coordinators?
Probably at the top.
You know it's a good question when you get dead air. You know it's a good one. Because everybody wants to Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Or Jim Johnson, I should say. But and it's like, but they didn't seal the deal.
Yeah.
And those defenses, whereas they were good, they were nowhere near some of the best the Eagles have ever had.
No.
And I know invoking the name of Jim Johnson in any other way other than giving that man his flowers is very taboo. I understand this. And I'm not knocking Jim Johnson. I'm just wondering where you would put Vic Fangio on the list of all-time defensive coordinators.
On the Eagles?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, he's up there, but Bud Carson.
Yeah, I was going to say, Buddy wasn't ever a D coordinator here. He was always a head coach, right?
Well, Jeff Fisher was under.
Yeah,
he was a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Bud Carson. Bud Carson was his first D coordinator here, right?
Right.
No. Buddy's?
Yeah.
No, Bud Carson took over when Kotex became head coach.
No, Bud Carson was a D coordinator under Buddy Ryan.
No, he wasn't. It was Jeff Fisher. Bud Carson took over the defensive coordinator in 91.
Well, 91 is Buddy, ain't it?
No, Buddy got fired in 90 after the Washington loss in the playoffs. And Kotek got the job in 91. And the Eagles brought Bud Carson in as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
wow.
man.
I know my stuff.
Fuji knows his stuff.
I know my stuff.
My man didn't waver an inch. I respect it, Fuji. Brian Garrity, he won a Super Bowl, but Jimmy Johnson was consistent for years, and Andy Reid play calling ruined his chances. If that ain't the God's honest truth, I don't know what is.
Run the ball, Andy.
It was Andy Reid's decision making and clock management, which probably kept us from winning a minimum of one Super Bowl there.
Well, you didn't have no receivers until you had T.O.
That's also true. That's also true.
2004. I mean, that was McNabb's best year stat wise.
Yeah.
Look at his
Well,
career.
yeah. If not, what Todd Pinkston, James Thrash,
Yeah.
my
Billy
God,
From the
Mullen,
trash
Greg
man.
Lewis.
Trash and Stinkston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg Lewis.
Yes. He did not.
Mitchell there right, for a little bit. Right,
Yeah, but
Fred
if-
X or Fred X. Fred X.
Freddie Mitchell. Yeah.
I like to thack my hands.
Yes. This is
Yeah,
it's
but if-
about
if-
time.
After the TO meltdown, it was Dante Stallworth and then Kevin Curtis. And
Oh yeah,
By the-
Kevin
by
Curtis.
the time McNabb was done, I mean, we already drafted Deshaun Jackson, but his rookie year when they lost against Arizona in the
Yeah.
NFC title game.
And I honestly think if they make it past Arizona, that's smooth sailing to a championship trophy. I think.
Could have been that year.
Arizona didn't lose
Could have been.
by much
Yeah.
to Pittsburgh because San Antonio Holmes that made that?
Yeah.
catch
Yeah,
That
toe
back in
touch,
the end
right?
zone.
Yeah, the toe touch. Boop boop. Yep. To end that game. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy Super Bowl.
I mean,
And
Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, Larry Fitzgerald just destroyed that Eagles defense in that Cardinals.
He did. I remember.
I mean, he was like a man on a mission that year.
dude, still to this day, whenever I see the Cardinals on the schedule, I get leery.
Yeah.
haven't seen him in a few years, but
it's PTSD. It's
Yes.
PTSD from years of dealing with those teams.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yep.
thank God we haven't had to deal with the
Yeah. Yep. Every couple of years, right? What do we got to play them every 4 or 5 years, something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
something like that.
Yeah.
Space it all out. But yeah.
Oh, holy moly! Great comparison. Todd Pinkston, the Sean Bradley on turf. I have my 15-year-old running routes just like Pinkston. Tall, skinny, but he has hands. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
As long as you
The
catch the ball, that's all that
The,
matters.
the Sean Bradley on
No,
turf.
When you said Sean Bradley, I wasn't thinking of. I was thinking of Stu Bradley, who played linebacker for the Eagles. And oh God, Sean Bradley.
That's good. So look, me personally, as far as Fangio, I probably if you get another year or two out of him and this defense remains the same, because look at the youth. Look at what he did with the youth on this team.
They've all bought in. They all seem to have bought in, and
and that's not what they did in Miami. They did not buy in under his scheme in Miami.
Yeah.
It's a
They
different.
didn't want to work.
Yeah.
They're getting lazy.
And then that's why they don't have a Super Bowl. And the Eagles do, and they've been there twice in the last 3 years.
That stinking Miami team. That team's just dreadful.
I'm surprised that the coach hasn't gotten fired yet.
No.
I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean,
I don't have any comments about him.
It was nice to see. It was nice to see that the Giants, are just this typical dumpster fire New York Giants that we've all come to know and love. And I have a couple of buddies out there who are Giants fans, and as good of friends as they are, I hope they rot in football hell. Enjoy. Go Birds.
go Birds.
and for you trying to hit my friend Alan with stuff as we're leaving the stadium, you just could all pound sand.
Shit, what the hell,
Raiders.
man? I was just being a nice Eagles fan. Y'all
Raiders.
can't take a joke.
Raiders D line is manhandling the girls O line.
Love it. Love to hear that.
We'll see.
Love to hear that.
Oh, that's right. They're playing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. So as far as the NFC goes, what are there any teams in this division, like with the way the Eagles have been playing? Are there any teams that scare you? Are the Bears that team that scare you in this division, or in this conference? I'm sorry, or are there any?
No, Rams. I mean, I don't know. Seattle is Seattle for real with Darnold? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they are playing. I mean, you know, the big bad Lions, I mean, they wanted our asses in the NFC Championship.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. And they got us last night and couldn't handle it.
well, they talked it.
Even with a subpar offense.
Hutchinson was talking smack coming in, and
They still couldn't beat us, and with our offense sputtering, you know, not on all cylinders right now.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this offense just finds the way to kick it into gear, and the defense continues to play like they're playing?
They'll be unstoppable. If the defense continues and the offense puts it together, they'll be unstoppable.
Brian Gary says the Bucks, only because more than not they come up big in the big games defensively. It's true, they do, and the Bucks always seem to have our number, man. I know we won earlier on in the season, but man, they've over the last decade I mean, they beat us in the NFC Championship game back in 2000. But 2002. Fuge, I give it to you, brother. You got your dates and all your stuff correct. If you could just figure out how to play the opening for your show, things would be all right.
Telling bad jokes again, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, no. I went back and watched the beginning of this show from the last time it was aired, and I didn't see any opening music. It was weird.
Overlay. Other thing, turn that one off, and it should work.
we'll get you there. We'll get you there. I get it. It's a work in progress.
Here's my sheet. Exactly, if you want to read it.
That's great.
And that's verbatim, step by step.
That's great.
You can't skip the first one.
No, you're gonna add fuel to the fire now.
It's all good, Fuji. We love you, buddy.
Yes, love you.
If you can't give your friends a hard time, what's the point? What's the point of any of this? Right. What would you guys like to see Kevin Petullo do differently?
Resign. Resign.
Wow.
Bye.
Oh, okay then.
I wish there was. I wish there was somebody floating around out there.
Well, I don't get this. I mean, I do get it when I say this. I mean, I understand Kellen Moore wanted to be a head coach. That's like every coach's dream. But I would have threw another $1 million or $2 million at him to stay.
Well, he's 2-8. I don't know. Maybe we can pry him away from the 2-8 Saints.
Right?
Wouldn't you rather have another chance at winning
Super Bowl
than, I know it's lesser of two evils, but
right.
I mean, really, what do they really have in New Orleans? They don't have anything.
They got a 2-8 team that's at the bottom.
Exactly.
That's about it.
Would you rather have another chance of winning another back-to-back Super Bowl or go to a dumpster fire?
Preach, Fuge, preach.
Well, if I was Warrior Howie, I would have threw a couple extra million his way. Keep him here. You could have let him walk in. You know, he would have had more offers to be a head coach if you would win him another Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You might get him back after this season. It's
thought, just saying.
Alan, what would you like to see different from Kevin Petullo? Like, what? You're down there just about every week. You're watching these games. You're seeing what's going on in person, mostly. You know, at almost every home game. What would you like to see from this guy that maybe you're not seeing this year that we saw last year, that we saw a couple of years ago?
I kind of like to see them stretch the offense a little more. You know, stretch the field. Stretch the run. You know, out to the outside. Get the line moving. Pulling. You know, it's just more. You have a capable offensive line where you can change things and schemes in your blocking to open up the run game. I think he needs to focus on that, scheming things up to open the run game, because we're having trouble getting it going. So he needs to figure out different schemes to get the running game going.
I'm sure every game last year wasn't perfect as far as I'm sure they had to scheme sometimes to get the running game involved.
Yeah.
Brian Garrity checking in again. Leaving for a conference, I'm okay with, but he hangs around another year and he's coaching the Giants. Hey,
Right.
Might be coaching the Giants next year. They're looking for a coach, aren't they?
Yep.
Maybe I'll put my resume in.
There you go.
Somebody made a good point of saying the same thing on Facebook earlier. Like, get rid of Patullo and bring Brian Dable in, which is, hey, why not? Can't be any worse than the revolving door to what the hell we have with offense.
What's
a real shakeup, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, would you like to see spoiled brat personified? Take a look at Eagles fans complaining about their offensive coordinator sitting at 8-2 with one of the best records in football.
Yeah, but let's face it. All right, AJ's finally getting the ball thrown to him last night. And hey,
right.
I'll give props to Dale Scotter because right now he's probably got to be the MVP of this offense.
Doug Peterson is floating around. Brian Garrity says, "Yeah, I wish Frank Reich was floating around because that's who called Doug Peterson's offense for him."
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. But I would take. Look at this point. I don't know if I maybe I would take Dougie P over Kevin Patullo because this just looks like. This looks like a train wreck right now as far as offense goes. If they can't get this thing back on the tracks.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Frank Reich and Sirianni are thick as thieves. So
this is true. Yeah. I don't know. Is Frank Reich floating around?
I don't know if he's consulting somewhere.
Still in the league at all.
I wish he would consult over here.
I know Carolina was. Well, the thing was. A year or two ago, they were talking that if he were to come back, I think the Eagles might have had to give some compensation to Carolina because technically he was under contract. Even though they fired him when? 2 years ago?
A couple years ago, yeah.
It was a couple,
yeah. He was still getting paid by them.
Oh, that'd be a nice deal. I wish I get fired, still get paid. Jeez, man.
Shit. I mean, I'd be out there just getting fired.
Right? I just get a job, get fired. They're still going to pay me.
Look when Chip Kelly went to ESPN. He was still getting paid by the Eagles and the 49ers.
Listen. Let me. You want to
3 paychecks.
He's back screwing up some college.
He's with
the Raiders.
He's with Stanford as the interim head coach. Thank you, Brian, for that.
Is that where he's at? Yeah. He's screwing up another college.
You want to talk about PTSD from, a little bit more than a decade ago or so, or a decade ago. You want to talk about PTSD. Chip Kelly and Brian Kelly. My last name's Kelly, as you can tell if you can read my name under me. I used to call them Uncle Chip and Uncle Brian. They coached my two favorite Ryan Allen. Remember, they coached my 2 favorite football teams in the land, the Irish and the Eagles. I was the most happiest human being on planet Earth, and they both ripped my heart out of my chest and threw it on the ground and stomped on it.
Were your Irish eyes smiling?
No, they weren't. They were crying. You can't trust them scumbag Kellys as far as you can throw.
I mean, you too. Are you the third culprit in that duo or trio?
I guess we'll see as time goes on, Pooch. We'll see.
Hey, many a true word was said in a joke.
Oh, man. But, yeah, that was – anytime I hear Chip Kelly's name, my blood runs cold. And then if somebody says Brian Kelly, the same thing happens. You want to talk about, riding the high. And the Irish, Brian Kelly just couldn't get him over the hump. It did well, but – and then Chip Kelly's first year, they started slowing down towards the end of, his campaign. But that first year, you're like, oh, my God, this is a revolutionary offense. This is great. They play music when they're in training camp. Nobody ever did that before. Yeah. Yes, we're going to the Super Bowl. No.
Yeah, but They still
No.
continue to play.
No, we're
music?
actually going to trade away all of our talent. We're going to get rid of everything.
I will.
Right.
I will lose it right
Well,
now.
two things to this day from Chip
Got
Kelly.
rid of him.
I know.
Two things today to Chip Kelly to this day. They still play the music.
Yep.
And what Chip Kelly brought in why am I
Chip Kelly moved training camp from Lehigh to
The Novacare.
the Novacare complex.
well, we wouldn't have Jeff Stoutland if it weren't for Chip Kelly.
True. Very
Oh,
true.
there we go.
Stoutland University.
Yes.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I forgot that.
Hold on, Mr. Garrity. Let me see here, you fine Irish lad. You got Kelly lineage on your side, but I never called them Mike Cousins. Now Greg Garrity catching TDs for PSU and the Birds. I'll take it as a cousin. There you go.
There you go.
Absolutely.
The trash man, Greg Garrity, number 86.
Wow, look at you. Fuji with that insane knowledge. But yeah, so look, the Kellys. I like to think that I did right by the last name. I gave you a couple examples of some gentlemen that didn't necessarily do great by the last name.
Not saying much.
All right,
He's a fine wee lad. Okay.
give me an encyclopedia, and I'll try to pronounce your last name, you bastard.
Hey, Alan, if he's so high on if he has that much faith in Notre Dame, why don't he put those eyebrows up
Here we
on
go.
that? Put the eyebrows up for a bet.
For anybody that's tuning in that hasn't tuned
Who's
in
Notre Dame
before,
playing this weekend?
or hold on, I'll look in a second. That hasn't tuned in before. Somehow my eyebrows became a topic of bets, like phantom bets that never happened. Fuji has been after my eyebrows since he's been on this show. It actually kind of creeps me out just a little bit. I think he wants to like put them in a jar and keep them on his nightstand.
Don't flatter yourself. Don't flatter yourself with that one, Kelly.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
Well, I
But,
love it.
yeah, well, look, if you're man enough to get the eyebrows, come and get them, okay?
I'll leave that to Nora because.
But I'm gonna kick and scratch like a little girl. Get away from me! I know the
After
joke.
30 Miller Lights, you won't be
Like-
kicking or scratching. You'll just be
like when you're-
snoozing and zip, zip.
Like when you're watching
you need more than 30, brother. I'll do that tailgating before we go into the link. Are you kidding me?
Is that like
We have.
watching Taylor Swift? Is that like that video you watching Taylor Swift?
It was a picture, one, and two, I was watching a former Philadelphia Eagles podcast. Oh, by the way, it's the #1 podcast in the country. It edged out Joe Rogan. So, therefore, I don't feel like I need to defend myself.
And it just so happened to be the episode with Taylor Swift.
It just so happened to be that. Okay. And look, it was a good episode.
It's okay, Tom. You're a Swiftie.
Sorry,
You're good.
in a minute.
It's okay.
Here we go.
It's okay.
Here we go.
We need the Swifties. We need the Swifties, Tom.
Sorry,
We need
a
them.
minute on the show. No, nothing to be
Listen.
ashamed of.
No, we love the Swifties out there. We need them. Follow us, Swifties.
I don't know how. I don't know how the eyebrow things happen with me, and I don't know how the Taylor Swift thing happened with me, but there is one common denominator, and he's on the screen to my right. Always hammering me about being a Swiftie, always trying to shave my eyebrows off.
Somebody's got to bust balls on this show.
Now,
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Mr. Garrity, listen here, sir. I was not playing Taylor Swift in the dugout
Oh, he
during
was.
baseball games. This is not the case at all.
What are you teaching those young men?
This is not the case at all. But what I am doing, and what will never happen, what will never happen to me again, is I will not get caught with the hidden ball trick with my fastest runner on first base playing against you ever again, Brian Garrity. You got me with that one. That was well played, sir. I was very salty after that. That might have won you the damn game. Who knows?
You're setting a bad example with that Taylor Swift music.
I had no comment. I have no comment about
My comment would get us banned, so I just won't say it.
No, that was in all seriousness, man. I know we're bouncing back to summertime in baseball here real quick, but playing against the Hess Catering team, our team, it was an incredible game. I couldn't have asked to play against, a better team, better coaches, better group of kids. Man, it was great. I'll take those memories with me for a long time. It was my first soiree back into coaching in a long time, and it was great. We have great kids on our team. But real quick, I didn't get your guys' 4-hour drive home from the beach. Got that play call. That it did. Let's get some prediction before we get out of here, boys. Eagles, Cowboys, Mike Fuji. What is your prediction for Sunday's game?
Good, Alan. I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Oh, man. All right. We know it's going to be a dogfight. Going to Dallas. Division game. Our defense is going to hold it down. I hope our offense can get it going. I'm going to call it tight. 21-17 Birds. And I think that comes down to the fourth quarter, some point in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Mike Fuji Furdimundo. I have to say it's slow in order to say it perfect. What's your prediction for Sunday's game at 4:25 against the hated Dallas Cowboys?
16-12.
16-12 Birds?
Yeah.
All right.
So while
that's a tight one, Fuge.
It's a really good prediction. Like it's almost like an average of the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
As far as
the opener was a nail biter. Even with
Yes, it was.
Rain delay.
Yes, that screwed everything up.
Well, like you said before,
even the playing
Tom,
field in the second half.
even the way these divisional games are, I mean, they are dogfights.
They are.
Yeah.
As I sit here, I think I'm looking at your Philadelphia Eagles 21 and the Dallas Cowboys 12. That's kind of where I'm at. So
I just think it's if they can't get this offense, off the schneid. I mean,
What better place to get it off the snide than Dallas?
all right.
Like, what better place to get it rolling?
Oh, Birds offense comes alive in Jerry's world, 34-13. I like it.
I'll take that
Sounds
all
good.
day long.
All day and twice on Sunday.
Damn right.
Well,
Amen.
all right, boys. Well, look for Alan Andrukavich, for Mike Fuji. Thank you, and to everyone who was jumping in on the text board and watching us online. Thank you all. I'm Tom Kelly. This is Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. You're not getting my eyebrows, and I'm not going to go listen to Taylor Swift when I get out of here, but we're out of here.
Go.